Sports Channel presents the OHSAA State Championship basketball games. Coming up next, it is the girls Division IV matchup between Southeastern and Rosecrans. And welcome to St. John Arena for the Division IV State Championship game on Sports Channel. I'm Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle. Glad to have you aboard for all the action, all four championship games right here on Sports Channel. This game should be a great one in D4. Southeastern, a great basketball team, but one loss on the season, number 2 in the state. They got here by getting a big win in the semifinals over Ottoville by 3 points. If you find a girl named Stewart playing basketball, she must play for Southeastern. They have 3 on their roster. They are led by Stephanie Stewart. She now has 999 points in her career. She is just a junior. And meanwhile, what about Rosecrans, Bill?
Well, Rosecrans got here because it's springtime. And if it's springtime in Columbus, chances are Zanesville Rosecrans is playing for a tournament championship. Rosecrans, 9th trip to the Final Four. They got here by defeating Danville, another springtime ritual. It was the 3rd time that they've done that recently. Zanesville Rosecrans, led by Kwame Clark, looking for a big game from Kwame Clark. We'll tell you more about that outstanding athlete as time goes on.
2 great head coaches in Kirk Martin and Dr. Larry Nash. Should be a great one in D4 between Southeastern and Rosecrans. We'll be back with a tip-off here on Sports Channel right after this. Don't go away.
For more than a decade, North Coast basketball camps have been helping girls improve their basketball skills. North Coast offers a variety of day and evening summer camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The goal of the camps is to provide individualized instruction and intense competition to help players realize their full potential. Each camp is designed by girls coaches with a combined 60 years of girls basketball coaching experience. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
With the word staying focused being used by many coaches today, let me say to you, it's absolutely essential that you stay focused on your classroom work. With proficiency testing required for graduation and OHSAA academic requirements, nothing less by you is acceptable. By focusing in the classroom with the same effort as on the playing field, you are increasing your chances for success in life.
Hi, this is Michael Regai from Sports Channel. Tri-C and the Cavs, along with Sports Channel, sponsor the McDonald's NBA 2-ball competition in YMCA's and neighborhood centers all over Northeast Ohio. Over 3,000 boys and girls had a lot of fun trying to score the most points to shoot their way to the finals in Gund Arena. The finalists will compete at the Cavs Hornets game on April 6th, with winning teams earning $1,000 for their home gyms, courtesy of McDonald's. Tri-C, the Cavs, and Sports Channel are proud to be a part of this event.
I'm Katie Smith, and I play basketball for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Being a student athlete gives me the opportunity to get a quality education and pursue my love for basketball. Not everyone can be an athlete, but everyone can take pride in themselves and try to do their best. But you can't be your best if you do drugs. Score big in your life, work hard, and keep a clean body and mind, a drug-free mind. Just say no to drugs.
This message has been brought to you by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and your local cable system.
Today's OHSAA Division IV State Championship game is brought to you by the Ohio Lottery. The Ohio Lottery is proud to support Ohio education through the Lottery Profits Education Fund. Time now to meet the 3rd member of our broadcast team. It is Debbie Antonelli. She's working the baseline. Debbie now has her thoughts on this contest today. Debbie?
Thank you, Randy. You know, in the opening you talked about for Southeastern, them having a family affair. Well, that family affair is still true for Rosecrans. Head coach Larry Nash has had 3 of his daughters play for him. And then his assistant coach, John Tapman, has both the twins, Abby and Amy, on his sideline as well. Should be a great matchup this afternoon.
It is indeed a family affair, Debbie, for both teams. We touched on the situation with Rosecrans and Southeasterns as well. We'll elaborate those as time goes on. Time now to meet the coaches and the players. Here's your PA announcer for this contest, Wendy Craver.
Please welcome the assistant coaches for Southeastern, Jim Lytle, Laura Bowery, and Lori Driscoll. And the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Kirk Martin. Introducing the players, starting with Rosecrans. 00, Kristen Potmeyer. For Southeastern, number 50, Leah Donaldson. For Rosecrans, number 25, Ashley Beckwith. For Southeastern, number 42, Tiffany Stewart. For the red and black, number 3, Abby Reiser. For the Lady Trojans, number 32, Courtney Black. For the Lady Bishops, number 22, Courtney Kearns. For the Scarlet and Gray, number 24, Emily Stewart. For Rosecrans, number 12, Stephanie Curtis. For Southeastern, number 22, Amanda Daniels. For the Lady Bishops, number 34, Stephanie Wilson. For Southeastern, number 20, Corey Hines. For Rosecrans, number 10, Katie Young. For the Scarlet and Gray, number 12, Stephanie Campbell. Introducing the starting 5 for Rosecrans. Starting at forward, a 5'9" junior, number 45, Molly Glass. Starting at forward for the Lady Trojans, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Natalie Castle. Starting at guard for Rosecrans, a 5'3" junior, number 53, Marissa Rugg. At forward for the Lady Trojans, a 5'9" senior, number 10, Jerry Ann Goodbar. At forward for Rosecrans, a 5'8" senior, number 33, Abby Tatman. At center for the Lady Trojans, a 6-foot sophomore, number 40, Amy Martin. At guard for the Lady Bishops, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Amy Tatman. At guard for the Scarlet and Gray, a 5'7" junior, number 30, Jolie Foster. Starting at center for the Lady Bishops, a 5'10" senior, number 11, Kwame Clark. And starting for the Lady Trojans, a 5'7" junior, number 5, Stephanie Stewart.
And you've met both teams now for Southeastern and for Rosecrans. Southeastern, quite a program under Kirk Martin, 26-1 on the campaign. Located in South Charleston, Ohio, about 8 miles south of Springfield in Clark County, a farming community. Of course, Rosecrans in Zanesville. What a tradition they've had. 8 times they've been here. 3 titles they've won. Your officials for this contest, David Hopkins and Ron Borden. Bill, we should talk about the bench play, too, because we're going to see the starters, but a couple of ladies that will come in early. Leah Donaldson and Stephanie Campbell, very strong for Southeastern in the semifinals. And on top of that, a couple subs as well. Beckwith, Ashley Beckwith, number 25, you should watch for. And another player you should watch for coming off the bench in this contest, very strong, Stephanie Wilson for Rosecrans. Great burst for both of those teams. They're the starting 5 for each that you met moments ago on the floor. The Tatman twins, outstanding. Clark is the co-player of the year in Division 4. Rosecrans controlling the tip, missing the shot outside is number 33, Abby Tatman. And now, with the basketball, is Southeastern. The Lady Trojans, number 2 in the state. Rosecrans is number 3. This lady right now with 999 points in her basketball career. The next hoop puts her over the top, and she will penetrate and try to get it out of the way right away. Gets her own rebound. Nope. Fights to get it back again, and it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Trojans will keep it.
For all of the honors that we have bestowed and have been bestowed upon Zanesville Rosecrans, Stephanie Stewart, first-team All-Stater. She did a heck of a job on defense, too, in the semifinal game on Player of the Year, Carla Wenslick of Ottoville. That's for certain. That was on Thursday.
She drives baseline through 2 defenders, cannot get it to fall, and here comes Kwame Clark. As we said, the co-Player of the Year in Division 4. She can take it coast to coast. She has it knocked away, but there's a reach-and foul on the play. Chalk it up to number 30, Julie Foster.
If these teams are going to come victorious in Division 4, here's what's going to happen. Rosecrans got to watch out for those 2 freshmen coming off the bench for Southeastern. Make sure it's not a one-girl show with Kwame Clark, and make sure Stephanie Stewart doesn't play like an all-stater. As for Southeastern, watch the runs, watch the bursts of scoring that Zanesville can do. You got to mark Clark, make sure Kwame Clark doesn't beat you, and Southeastern must also counter the quickness of Rosecrans, and you can see Marissa Rugg showing that quickness right there.
Missed it, got it back, got it to Clark, and Kwame with 2 to start things off on the scoreboard for the Lady Bishops. As we're just about 57 seconds into this contest, Kwame averaging 24 points a game. What a story she is, what an athlete she is. She has done some things that you have never heard of before. We will parallel those later in this contest. Kwame's got it again from outside, from 15. It is the Kwame Clark show early on.
I would think that Kwame Clark could play well in the paint, but what we've seen, Randy, thus far, a pull-up jumper off the break and a spot-up jumper as well for the first true Rosecrans points.
She is a 3-year starter, averaging 12 rebounds as well. Inside, Martin making the move, but Amy, the daughter of the head coach, is called for the walk.
Pace of the game right now has got to favor Rosecrans. Last time we saw Rosecrans here in Columbus, they chose to slow it down against Upper Scioto Valley in a double overtime game, but there's no slowdown in this ball club right now.
Launch from way outside, front of the iron on the play for Amy Tatman. They get it back. Amy will take it baseline, put it up. Nope. But she draws the foul with 6:13 left to go here in quarter number 1.
Cardinal rule, don't give up the baseline. Amy Tatman with an offensive rebound, turns the corner, heads down the baseline, and all of a sudden the defense collapses. And Amy Tatman goes to the line for 2 as she's bumped on the shot.
And a set of twins on each team as well. Amy and Abby, the Tatmans for Rosecrans. Meanwhile, you've got the Stewarts, Emily and Tiffany, the younger sisters of Stephanie, for Southeastern. It is a family affair in this contest, trust me. Tatman will have one more. And Rosecrans early, leading for that man, 6-zip the count. Just about 2 minutes into this contest. Larry Nash, also a dentist. He's been doing that family dentistry for 28 years in the Zanesville area. But right now, just thinking basketball. From way outside, back of the iron for Natalie Castle. She got the first points in their semifinal win over Ottoville with a 3-pointer. And the ball will go back to Rosecrans with 5:54 left to go.
Things not going Southeastern's way at all early on, Randy. They're going to have to be a little bit more patient and try and work for a good shot rather than heave them up from behind the arc as we saw the last time down the floor.
42-year-old Kirk Martin is also the athletic director at Southeastern, along with being the basketball coach for the girls. He learned hoops from Gary Brads when he used to coach the Southeastern team. The late Gary Brads, of course, known for his basketball prowess right here on this floor on which we speak. From way outside, it is launched by Glass, no good. And the rebound by Stephanie Stewart. We talked about Stephanie Campbell and Leah Donaldson, the 2 freshmen normally check in at the 5-minute mark. They're already in with 6 minutes left to go. And Southeastern down by half a dozen. And look at that play. What a move by Amy Martin with 5:30 left to go. Count it and give her 1 from the line.
Amy Martin rewarded for her aggressiveness off the glass. Amy Martin just got rid of the ball to make sure she got 2 shots for shooting, and the ball falls. Check out Amy Martin on the offensive rebound. First of all, she's good enough to get it, and second of all, once she gets it, she's good enough. Look, she just throws that ball up there trying to draw a foul. She drew iron, she drew 2 points, make that 3.
Abby Tatman with the first foul in this contest for Rosecrans. It cuts the lead now in half to 6-3. 5:25 left to go first quarter. Glad to have you aboard on Sports Channel for the Division IV State Championship game. Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle and Debbie Antonelli. Abby Tatman will stop from 15. Got it!
Rosecrans spreads the floor very nicely, allows their ball handlers room to work, and you just saw Abby Tatman do just that.
By the way, Amy is the older of the two twins if you're scoring at home. 8-3 inside. Nice play by Donaldson. That was her strength, Bill, off the bench. She had 12 points and 4 rebounds in their win over Ottoville.
No matter what level, the big person is supposed to run to the basket and get set up, and that's exactly what Leah Donaldson did. Beats him in transition.
Abby Tatman to Rugg. 4:45 left to go. This is Amy from outside. Nope. Her twin is there. Got it.
Good spacing makes for gaps in rebounding triangles, and that allowed Abby Tatman, or was it Amy, the chance to get inside. It allowed Tatman to get in there for the offensive rebound.
4:28 left to go. Martin dishes it back out. The shot fired from the outside by Stephanie Campbell. Freshman, no good. And we come back the other way. This is Molly Glass, unsung player, 5'9", and a junior, averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds per contest, and a member of the National Honor Society. This is Clark, who's got it now with 4:10 left. Penetrates the man, puts it up. Nope. And Stewart with a board. Averages 18 points and 2 rebounds, and she'll look to take it the distance and get the roll.
Got it with the left hand, Randy. Only way she could get that shot off was to go with the left side, and she sure did. All-state play by an all-state player.
She gets the hoop. Her first 2, she's now at 1,001 in her career. That puts her over the top at Southeastern, and she's got the basketball again. A chance to cut it to 1. Nice pass inside, and the hoop goes to number 12, Stephanie Campbell.
What a great decision by Stephanie Stewart to get it to the right person. 2 girls standing there. Stewart got it to the one who could do the most with it.
Stephanie also averaging 6 assists per contest. From outside, it is launched. You cannot give either Tatman. That time it was Amy, the wing jumper from about 16.
Couple more of those, and that 2-3 zone is going to end up in a man-to-man before too long.
12-9, 3:14 left to go. This is Stewart. The other thing about Stephanie, she played all 32 minutes in the semi, and Donaldson strong to the hoop again. Bill, this has been a running theme throughout this tournament. Freshmen that play like seniors.
Just a measure of the quality of basketball in the state of Ohio on the girls' side of it, Randy.
Strong move to the hoop on the play by Abby Tatman, and she is fouled with 2:57 left to go here in quarter number 1. Chalk it up on the play to Southeastern's number 12, Stephanie Campbell. That's her first.
Love the pace of the game. 12-11, about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Not a lot of slowdown up and down the floor. Good shots being taken. Not a lot of turnovers. This is a fine basketball game early on, Randy.
Just like what we saw in the Division I title tilt when Brookhaven in D1 was named Queen of the Hill, getting by Worcester by 10 points, and you saw it right here on Sports Channel. Stewart back the other way for the Lady Trojans. 26-1 on the season. Interesting, all the losses, only 3 combined, but their lone loss was to Wyoming. We'll see them later on battling for the championship in D3.
That's right, and the only 2 losses that Rosecrans had, we already saw one of the teams that beat them.
Brookhaven.
And that's Brookhaven.
Yeah. And the other team was Heath, who was number 1 in the state in D3.
We said watch the kids. Well, so far we've seen freshman Leah Donaldson and freshman Stephanie Campbell make things go for the Southeastern Trojans. Watch the kids.
And they come back again. This is Stephanie Stewart. And remember, despite 1,000 points, she is but a junior. This is Campbell now with 2:10 left to go. Castle gets it back to Stephanie Stewart. Donaldson working hard, working on glass, cannot get it to fall. And Clark, who's been silent the last couple of minutes, has not had the basketball in her hands, now has it for the Lady Bishops and will put it up from the wing. Wow, she is smooth.
On the move. Pull-up jumpers on the move by Kwame Clark. You don't see it very often in any game, boys or girls.
She's got a half dozen. The lead now to Rosecrans by a single tally. 1:40 left behind Donaldson. Nice bounce pass back to Stephanie Stewart. Outside, popping it is Castle, and got it for 3.
Natalie Castle, balanced game in the semis, comes out big with a big 3. This is a good one, Randy.
She had 39 trays coming into the Final Four. Rugg, baseline. Back out to Abby Tatman. It is short. Inside, Rugg has it back now with 1:17 left. Puts it up. Nope. Tatman throws it up. Nope. But Abby is fouled with 1:12 left.
I like the way Marissa Rugg plays as Kirk Martin gives a little bit of instruction to his Trojans. Going to make a substitution. It'll be Julie Foster. Nonetheless, with Abby Tatman at the line, it's such a program at Rosecrans. It was Abby Tatman as a freshman playing the support role for the great Ashley Bland.
Right.
Ashley Bland, whose team at Kent State won last night in the NCAA women's tournament. Ashley Bland was the star. back 1993. Now, Abby Tatman, no longer a freshman. Now she's a senior, and she gets to play the starring role.
Stephanie Wilson now checks in for Molly Glass, and she'll have another from the line will Abby Tatman. Substitution for Southeastern, Jerry Ann Goodbar, a 5'9" senior, checks into the contest. Foster resting, in and out. Donaldson with a board.
One of these days, I'm going to put a stopwatch out of 32 minutes about how much Stephanie Stewart handles the ball over the course of a game. I bet she's got it all the time.
In the postgame in the semis, all she talked about, Bill, was the shot she missed. She didn't talk about her outstanding performance, 20 points in that game. Donaldson fighting hard, gets it back. 2 more for Leah.
Watch the kids, watch the kids. 9th grader, Leah Donaldson.
She and Campbell have now combined for 10 of their 18, and they take it away. Speaking of Stephanie Campbell, to the hoop, puts it up, got it!
What an athletic move by Stephanie Campbell. Her legs cut out from under her. She still kept her upper body square. I tell you, the kids are all right.
They're up by 5. You see time remaining, first quarter. Clark for 3. Nope. Rebound. Goodbar. 15 seconds left.
A little bit out of Kwame Clark's range, even for a great athlete like that. She forced that shot.
Stephanie Stewart will make the penetration and put it up. Does not get the bounce. Donaldson is there with 2 with 1. Got it! Right before the buzzer. What a last 2 minutes of the quarter for Southeastern. After 8 minutes, it is the Lady Trojans by 7, 22-15. Back with more on Sports Channel right after this.
What's going on this week? Plenty to outrage Dennis Miller. Because from Clinton to Foreman to Gingrich to Roseanne, no one's too big for Miller to tackle. And he's a man who cares.
I'll always take care of you.
For the last word on the week's events, turn to Dennis Miller Live. Fridays at 11:30, 10:30 Central on HBO. Only on Continental Cablevision. Turn on to adventure. Turn on to fun. Turn on to excitement. Turn on to romance. Turn on to an American original. Turn on to country. Turn on to CMT.
14 of Southeastern's 22 points have come from the 9th graders, and here are the last 2 of those 22 as freshman Leah Donaldson gets the offensive rebound over Kwame Clark and puts it back nice and sweet. 7-point lead for the Trojans of Southeastern. Second quarter action, Randy.
And Southeastern with a basketball. This is Campbell, who stays in there, along with Donaldson inside, who has it now. Another freshman move, another freshman 2 inside. The lead is up to 9. Well, the question is, if you're Larry Nash, what do you do to change things?
Well, you're gonna have to keep it out of her hands, but she's got so many moves. It may have been a freshman 2, but that was no freshman move. That one went underneath, Randy. She ducked in underneath on that one. She's got moves far beyond any 9th grader I've seen in a long time.
The thing I like about this matchup is you've got 4 of the 5 players that are offensive threats out there at any time for either team. Stephanie Stewart back the other way, on rug to the hoop, in and out and back in again.
Moving with the left hand, all-stater Stephanie Stewart. On the run with the wrong side hand.
Up by 11, they're shooting 57% from the field already. They skip it over to Molly Glass. Baseline, it goes to Abby Tatman.
You know, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to out-rebound your opponent if you play a zone, but it sure did work for Southeastern in the first quarter.
Amy, baseline, in and out.
One and done.
No call.
One and done. Southeastern turnover.
Amy, strong move to the hoop and draws the foul on Stephanie Stewart. The first-team All-Stater picks up her first in this contest.
In the first quarter, Southeastern out-rebounded Rosecrans 14-9, and that's a tremendous advantage. Here you get a look at the turnover going the other way. Coming from out of the blind side is Amy Tatman. She was fouled on the way to the hoop.
Stewart and Goodbar check out for Southeastern. Castle and Martin back in. 26-15 our count. 6:42 left to go as you look at part of the throng there for the Lady Trojans.
Kwame Clark makes it look easy. Couple dribbles, raise up where she wants to go, and she does.
A multi-sport athlete is Kwame Clark. And quick hands here for Kwame. She'll take it back one more time. Will she take it herself? Look at that move. That seems like, Bill, the toughest angle to drive right and shoot back to your left, but she makes it look so fluid.
It's a measure of her athletic ability that she's able to hold her balance when she pulls up off the dribble, Randy. She's tremendously impressive.
That's the good news. The bad news for Rosecrans, they're still down by 7 points in this contest. That try no good inside. Donaldson going for the rebound after the attempt inside by Stephanie Campbell, and a foul goes on Rosecrans with 6:06 left to go here in the first half.
Kirk Martin, career record 238 and 16. And there you get one freshman, Stephanie Campbell, to the other freshman, Leah Donaldson. They're not freshmen, are they?
Not anymore.
No, sir. Not by this point. Imagine that record, 238 and 16 in 10 years.
Molly Glass picks up the foul. That is her first, and that record is even deceiving too, because we'll touch on that just a second here. As Donaldson goes to the line with 6:06 left to go and her team up by 7. She is 5 out of 6 from the field already with her first attempt on the line.
So this is kind of a family affair, going with Debbie's comments and yours, Randy. Her brother, Casey, has been hitting free throws down the stretch on behalf of the boys team, who as of last night was still alive in the regionals.
In fact, he helped to win the last 3 games from the line. Maybe his sister will get a chance later in this contest. Southeastern has won 8 of the last 9 district crowns. Right now they're up by 7 in the state championship game, but look at Kwame Clark from outside for the 3. Wow.
I'm thinking Kwame Clark's going to go inside because of her physical ability and her advantage. Kwame Clark hadn't gone in the paint yet to score.
Not yet. Donaldson's strong to the hoop, and she draws the foul. She is double teamed by Clark inside, and Abby Tatman with 5:43 left to go.
Get a look at it on the defensive end. Leah Donaldson once again gets Kwame Clark on her hip. Leah Donaldson spending some time at the free throw line. First one on Kwame Clark.
And team foul number 3 so far in this contest on Rosecrans in the first half. Donaldson now with another chance. And through. Just the way you draw it up.
I think I'll have it bounce twice on the flange. 5 feet in the air. Nothing but net.
On the season, Leah, 59.23% from the line. Makes amends for missing the first 2. The lead now back to a half dozen with 5:40 left to go. This is the Division IV state championship game for the state of Ohio. Glad to have you here on Sports Channel. The shot from outside, no good by Abby Tatman. A rebound, strong inside by Amy Martin. Touchdown pass for Castle. Inside Donaldson. Every time it's 4 feet, spin, put it up.
It's because she knows how to get her defender on her hip. It's either she's been coached tremendously or she's just a natural.
She's living on the block. That one from outside is no good by Glass. Fought for and tied up. What a play by Abby Tatman to tie that up and give the ball back to Rosecrans.
Randy, the last player that I've seen here in the girls' tournament at St. John that could play on a low block like that was Gwyneth Ballard from Pickerington
High School.
She'd get down there on the left low block and would be able to get players on her back and lay it up. And there you see Abby Tatman jumping in, keeping possession, and it is rewarded.
Clark on the follow-up after the miss by Rugg. Nope. But here comes Amy Tatman to Kwame. Puts it up, front of the iron. Rebound strong inside by Donaldson. A whistle, and this time a reaching foul. That doesn't work for Tatman. She is whistled with 4:55 left to go in the first half. That is her first personal foul.
Take a look at Leah Donaldson on the defensive glass. Goes after the ball and turns toward the pressure and finds that she is fouled by Amy Tatman.
I impress you even more now about that record that you touched on with Kirk Martin. Half of those losses, just about half, came in his first season.
No.
Yes.
And the other must have come in the regional finals, I'll tell you. This is their 3rd trip to the Final Four.
Stephanie Stewart for 2.
Left hand once again. That's no accident with Stephanie Stewart. Second basket she scored off the dribble with her left hand.
Second largest lead in this contest for the Lady Trojans at 10 points. There you see time remaining first half.
No reason, Randy, no reason for Southeastern to drop out of that zone as long as Zanesville's not hitting.
And getting just one shot recently as well. Rugg from 17. Nope. Inside, a great play by Molly Glass, but she cannot convert, and here comes Stephanie Stewart back the other way. Campbell inside. Guess who? Donaldson off balance. Nope. Rebound Clark.
She did a nice job clearing room for herself with a little bump, offensively and aggressive that time, though. 19-15, the rebounding edge for Southeastern.
Strong move to the hoop by Abby Tatman, and she is hammered inside. It was a sandwich situation. Let's see if Donaldson gets the foul. Nope.
Interesting contrast, Randy, in that the veteran players, and we'll get a look at it here, it illustrates what I mean. Watch Tatman. You can see the spin in the paint. She can go either way, left hand, right hand. The veteran players of Rosecrans are more fluid. They're more able to play the game on all parts of the floor, whereas Kirk Martin's Southeastern girls, they know what they can do. They don't try to do things that they can't, especially the young ones like Donaldson. He doesn't try to do anything fancy or different. Larry Nash has an edge with veteran talent here, but the edge on the scoreboard by 10.
Campbell picks up her second personal foul in this contest. 6 committed by the Lady Trojans, 4 by Rosecrans so far in this game. 3:47 left to go first half. It has been all Southeastern up by 9, and Stephanie Stewart with the basketball. Castle inside for Martin. Quick hands taken away. Amy Tatman. 2 defenders. Spin move. Puts it up. Nope. And over the back, the foul is going to go on Molly Glass. She had no choice. She was trapped inside.
Big league move by Tatman on the move. Take a look at the footwork. You don't do this unless you're well coached and you practice a lot. Plants it, spins it, and up with the offside. Again, there's the spin, and there's the left hand.
Team foul number 5 now on Rosecrans in this first half as we're down to 3:25 left to go, and Southeastern up by 9 points. Stewart. Offensively, she's got 6 points, but really nothing of note in the last few minutes. A good job defensively by the Lady Bishops of shutting her down, but it's been Donaldson carrying the load recently for Southeastern in this contest, and of course Campbell as well. The 2 freshmen coming off the bench to do it with a team from South Charleston. Stephanie Stewart baseline, under 3 minutes left to go now first half. There you see the numbers from the field.
Take a look at the field goal shooting. Southeastern's lead in no small part because of that 56%.
Nice penetration by Stewart. Got it. And she'll have a chance for one more with 2:47 left to go in the first half.
Tremendous execution by Southeastern. That was probably 30 seconds of pattern basketball before Southeastern was able to pop someone free. You can see the pass. There's the opening. Individual move, sure. But the pattern's what set up the imbalance on the floor.
Julie Foster back in now. Stephanie Campbell will take a seat. So now Molly Glass and Abby Tatman with 2 apiece in this contest for Zanesville. Foul situation for Southeastern. Stephanie Campbell with 2 so far for Southeastern. They convert the 3-point play. The lead is now up to 12 points with 2:42 left to go. Rugg goes down, and they call the foul on the play on Julie Foster. Now she has 2.
Foul trouble could come in to hurt Southeastern as Larry Nash sets the play. Here you see Foster stumble, tripping foul. 2-minute penalty.
Put her in the box.
Here you see it again. She stepped on her foot.
I'll tell you what Larry Nash said, right? He said, you can call me Dr. Larry Nash the first time. Then after that, when I'm on the basketball court, I am not a dentist. I am a basketball coach.
Coach Nash.
That's right. The job he has done.
He's really kind of been the father resurrector of this program, hasn't he? Took it over, what, 8 years ago?
And actually before that, he was an assistant when they resurrected things back in 1978. Then for a short period of time, he left to go to Newark Catholic for 4 years. Led them to success. Remember Cheryl Perozic, a great basketball player that played right here on this court at St. John Arena for the Buckeyes of Nancy Darge. 2:30 left to go, 35-25. Stephanie Stewart has it knocked away, and Martin will hunt it down. Stewart now has it back with 2:22 left. That's Castle. And here's Kwame Clark. Look at this. 1-on-4, and she makes it look easy. That's what gets me.
She shoots better on the move than she does standing still. Kwame Clark, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 12, pardon me, with 15.
15 of the 27 points for Rosecrans so far in the first half. Under 2 minutes left to go. That one no good by Castle. The rebound shot goes down for 2 inside for Southeastern, and give it to Jerry Ann Goodbar, her first 2 in this contest.
Rebounding the key right now for Southeastern, a severe advantage over the Bishops of Rosecrans, and offensive rebounding even more important, getting a putback.
Abby Tatman from outside for two. She does it all. She's a great role player, averages 9 per contest. She had 20 against Lancaster, along with 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals.
Did a nice job on Mandy McCombs of Danville the other day, too, in the semifinals.
And again, you touched on that. Bill, you got to watch for those bursts from Rosecrans. That was a 13-11 game in the second quarter. The next thing you knew it, Rosecrans was up 26-11 before the half. Rugg, did she walk? Or was there a foul? Nope, she called a walk.
Put that foot down before she delivered the pass.
Donaldson back in now for Southeastern. Goodbar will take a seat. Interesting when you talk to Larry Nash, too, you say, what is your job as a coach? He said, my job is to react to what my players say. They say, take me, coach, make me be the best that I can possibly be. That is my role as a coach, and that is what he has done with his players. He believes, too, that basketball is a year-round situation. Feels the girls can play other sports, be involved in other events, but they have to try to focus on basketball if they want to focus on basketball during a college career.
Sounds like some of the people that I knew growing up, they said basketball is not a matter of life and death, it's far more important.
That's right. From outside, nailing it for 3 is Molly Glass.
Beware the three-point shot, one of the great equalizers in basketball. Couldn't have done a better thing, did the Federation, than to put the three-point shot into basketball at the high school level.
She is the third Glass sister to play for Larry Nash. We'll touch on those later on. 20 seconds left to go. The lead now down to 5. And the Lady Bishops holding for 1. This is Marissa Rugg. Do you think Clark? Do you think Tatman?
I think three-pointer from the corner.
They think it from Glass, front of the iron. On the floor, Stewart has it. That will do it. A late rush by Rosecrans. But at the break, it is Southeastern on top of the Division IV state championship game. They lead Rosecrans by 5, 37-32. Back with more on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
So you've chosen to be your own boss. Running your own business means doing what you love, and doing what you do best. Except one thing you don't love one bit: doing the books. Well, now you can say goodbye to your bookkeeping hassles forever, because the makers of Quicken have invented QuickBooks, the #1 selling accounting software that makes it fast and easy to do the things you don't love doing, like paying bills, writing invoices, figuring out what your customers owe, even tracking inventory and doing payroll. QuickBooks makes it all hassle-free. How's this for fast information? A click, and QuickBooks shows you this quarter's income and expenses. And look, a few keystrokes, and QuickBooks does your invoicing for you, and then does the bookkeeping automatically. So you can get back to doing what you do best, growing your business. It's even easy to try QuickBooks. Call now to get a trial version for just $8 through this special limited-time TV offer.
That number is 1-800-453-9800.
Here's where you can really get away without having to really get away. Right here in Alabama. Call us right now for your free Alabama vacation guide. It's packed full of fun and excitement at very affordable prices. But don't take our word for it. Take it from someone who's seen all 50 states.
America's best vacation value is right here in Alabama.
Welcome back. We're at halftime of the Division IV state championship game on Sports Channel from St. John Arena. And right now, Southeastern on top by 5 at 37-32. Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle. And what a performance in this first half. The young players doing it in this contest for Southeastern. And how about Rosecrans? Kwame Clark, the co-player of the year in Division IV, What a performance for her in the first 16 minutes of action.
Kwame Clark shoots so well on the move. Take a look at it. Going full speed, stops on a dime, gives you 9 cents change with nothing but sweet net. On the other end, you have a 9th grader, Leah Donaldson. Leah Donaldson, one of 2 freshmen that Kirk Martin uses. Look at Leah Donaldson's footwork, gets a defender on the hip, and goes nice and soft off the glass. Kwame Clark with 15 points in the first half. Leah Donaldson with 14 points in the first half. There's a rebounding edge in favor of Southeastern's Trojans as well.
So the margin is 5 at the break. Donaldson, the key, off the bench. 14 points already in this contest for the team from Southeastern. But don't count out Rosecrans. They have been here many times. 3 state titles. It should be a great second half. More coming up at halftime. We'll hear from Debbie Antonelli and talk with Dr. Deborah Moore from the OHSAA. We're at the break. It is Southeastern by 5. You're watching Sports Channel.
Have questions about your favorite soaps? Soap Opera Digest has the answers. Get the scoop on daytime's hottest plots, can't miss episodes, and late-breaking news, plus backstage gossip and exclusive interviews. Don't miss a minute with America's #1 soap magazine, Soap Opera Digest. Call now to order 13 issues of Soap Opera Digest for only $24.95 and get this limited edition issue of Soap Opera Special free with your paid subscription. Call 1-800-942-3700. That's 1-800-942-3700.
You have a child, you answer questions. That's your job. What's the moon made of? And what will happen if my belly button comes undone? Insatiable curiosity. Where do they come up with some of this stuff? And more importantly, where in the world do you come up with the answers? Kids programming on Continental Cablevision shows you'll feel good about letting your children watch. Because for you, television is no babysitter. It's a teacher. Continental Cablevision. Stay tuned.
The Ohio Lottery is proud to support quality education for Ohio schools and the state championship basketball tournaments.
Division IV State Basketball Championship game here on Sports Channel, and joining me is Assistant Commissioner Dr. Deborah Moore. And Commissioner, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Dr. Moore, let us talk about girls' sports in the 1990s. I know they continue to grow at a rapid pace here in the Buckeye State.
Well, they certainly do. As you know, this is our 21st Girls State Basketball Tournament Series, and basketball is queen, if you will, in the state of Ohio. We have nearly 19,000 young women playing basketball at the high school level and countless others playing at the 7th and 8th grade level in our state.
What are in the top 3 right now then in the state, do you think, besides basketball?
Very close behind basketball is outdoor track and field, naturally, so many participants can be involved in that sport. And then right behind that is volleyball. Those would be the top 3 sports in our state.
One of the big booming sports in the 90s has been soccer. Will we see growth in soccer in the OHSAA in this decade?
Yes, we're already continuing to see growth. Right now, soccer is about the 5th most popular sport for girls in our state, and we just added the 2nd division in girls soccer just a year ago, and that's indicative of growth and the commitment to soccer by our member schools.
As you look down the road, are there any other sports that could be added in the near future?
Well, it's difficult to say. There are some sports that we have some interest in our state. Certainly slow-pitch softball has some interest, about 70 schools, and some of our schools are playing lacrosse. I know the collegiate scene is looking at some of what they call emerging sports, such as women's crew, for those cities that have access to a river, and some perhaps of the performance-oriented sports, such as rhythmic gymnastics, and maybe even cheerleading has been mentioned as emerging into a sport.
If there's a young girl watching out there on Sports Channel right now and she is a student, why should she become a student athlete?
Student athletes are involved. They do better academically. They're less likely to use alcohol and other drugs. There are just so many benefits to participation that a student will realize long after she's left the playing field or the court.
Dr. Moore, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
A living legend with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Dr. Deborah Moore. We're at the half right now, the Girls Division IV State Championship game on Sports Channel. Back with the second half right after this. Stay tuned.
Take strokes off your game, guaranteed.
Jack Nicklaus's personal technique that helps straighten slices.
Take strokes off your game, guaranteed.
Dave Peltz's revolutionary technique that has even the pros putting more accurately.
Take strokes off your game, guaranteed.
Get out of sand without sweat. Greg Norman's Earth Mover secret shows you how, guaranteed. Now take 2, 3, 4, even more strokes off your game with the secrets you'll get in your free issue of Golf Magazine.
Take strokes off your game, guaranteed.
Master teacher Jim McLean's simple secret to longer, straighter tee shots every time. Call now to get your free issue of Golf Magazine, plus receive your free Golf Magazine umbrella. Shoot lower, play better, or you don't pay. That's the Golf Magazine guarantee. Call now for your free no-obligation issue of Golf Magazine. If you decide to subscribe, get 11 more issues, 12 in all, for just $16.97. Plus, this Golf Magazine umbrella free with your paid subscription. Call now.
Our money problem started when I was laid off 8 weeks ago.
Oh, then the car repairs, we needed a new roof.
We were even late on a couple of credit card payments.
Then a friend told us about cashback mortgage. They showed us how to use the value of our home to consolidate our bills. They even saved us money.
Call Cashback Mortgage at 1-800-851-CASH and find out how we've helped thousands of homeowners for years. So stop worrying. We'll get you the money you need now.
North Coast Basketball Camps offers an invitational scouting camp for girls in grades 9 through 12. Players compete in 3 5-on-5 games per day in varsity and junior varsity divisions. The emphasis is on intense competition, and college coaches attend each session. Players also get instruction in advanced offensive techniques and receive a professional evaluation at the conclusion of the camp. Call North Coast Basketball Camps now and be a member of a winning team.
This game is brought to you in part by North Coast Basketball Camps, the camp designed for girls by girls basketball coaches. It is 37-32 Southeastern as we get ready for the start of the second half. And time now to look at the stats from the first 16 minutes of action, Bill.
Randy, the thing that's important in the first half, check down to the rebounds. Although it's 22-17 with an edge to Southeastern, the breakdown of those 17 rebounds for Zanesville, 9 on the offensive, but 8 defensive rebounds. They're almost even on the offensive glass of Southeastern. The Trojans have 7 offensive rebounds, and Zanesville has 8 defensive rebounds. Second shot opportunities, putbacks, points in the paint, that's what's making a difference, and that's why there's a 5-point edge for the Southeastern Trojans.
Time now to look at the leading scorers in this contest through 16 minutes of play, and Clark has done it all so far for Rosecrans, 15 points, and the Tatmans another 12. Of the 32 right there, you've got 27 points. Donaldson off the bench, the freshman with 14. Stephanie Stewart halfway to her average with 9 points, and Campbell again a freshman off the bench with 6 points so far in this contest as we get ready for the second half. Bill, first of all, we talked about the situation with Rosecrans down by 5, but they have an advantage. They've been here before. I assume Larry Nash knows exactly what to do with his team.
I think also that not only have Larry Nash been here before, but you talk about the Glass sisters, and I'd like to know more because I believe one of them was here with Ashley Bland back in '93. But the players have been here before as well, and Kwame Clark, she's had a little competition in some other sports that'll also keep her in the ball game.
Amy Martin picking up where the Lady Trojans left off in the first half. She gets 2, and now the lead is back up to 7. 15 seconds into the second half. Clark has it inside. It is short. Castle has it knocked away, fought for, and here comes Stephanie Stewart. Campbell starting the second half. Donaldson and Martin inside. Your starting 5 for Southeastern. The Tatmans, Rugg, Clark, along with number 45, Molly Glass for Rosecrans here in the second half as we're 35 seconds into quarter number 3. Stewart baseline makes the drive, and she is fouled on the play. 7:20 left to go. Debbie Antonelli talked to both head coaches. Debbie, what's going on in their minds right now?
Randy, very interesting. Both coaches concerned defensively. Larry Nash concerned about not putting enough pressure on the Southeastern players. Look for them to step it up defensively a little bit. Kwame Clark's got to stay involved. What a player. But then Kirk Martin says we're going to switch it up a little bit. They're going to get comfortable with our zone, look for a little man-to-man.
All right, thank you very much, Debbie Antonelli. Stephanie Wilson will check into this contest now for Rosecrans because Abby Tatman just picked up her 3rd personal foul just 40 seconds into the second half. Stewart missing the first will have another.
I like Stephanie Stewart's game. That play that resulted in these 2 free throws, one of the few times she went up to the glass with her right hand. Predominantly right-handed, usually goes left-handed to the goal, but that time she was able to go the right side and get herself 2 free throws.
Baseline. Tatman too strong. Amy cannot convert. Rebound for Southeastern, and here is Stephanie Stewart. You talked about it, Bill. She just has that basketball all day long. Stephanie is way short on that one, and getting it is Amy Tatman. There's a nice matchup between Tatman and Stewart. She's blocked off, knocked away. Quick hands by Stewart.
Very sly. Stayed out of the passing lane until just the right moment.
2-on-2. She is short. Look at this. Over her back, her teammate, Leah Donaldson, takes it away for 2.
Always wish you could look into the future when you see a freshman play the way Leah Donaldson is. Said, boy, I'd like to know right now how she's going to turn out by the time she's a senior. I got a feeling she's going to be a good one.
This is Rugg. Outside Wilson. Baseline Tatman. Nice shot. Great form by Amy, who averages 17 per contest. She is going to OU next year.
Debbie Antonelli talked about Kirk Martin's comment that they may switch it up in the second half and get into a man. Might not be a bad idea, because once those outside shooters get hot, the zone could give up a lot of points before you know it.
And a strong move to the hoop there by Martin. She draws the foul on Clark. Conversely, we have not seen the inside game from Kwame Clark so far in this contest.
Not at all. She's been hitting jump shots as we get a look there at one of the Tatman twins, Amy. Speaking of Amy's, Amy Martin, 40 in the gray for Southeastern, doing a fine job. Doesn't get a lot of publicity as an all-county player, but she is a presence in the paint, and at 6 feet must be reckoned with, and perhaps that gives Leah Donaldson the opportunity to do what she's been able to do thus far into the ballgame.
With the basketball, that is Campbell. Inside, they get it to guess who? Leah Donaldson for 2 more. She's putting on a clinic on the block right now. The lead up to 10. 5:51 left to go. She's got 18 points. She averages 12 per contest. Clark matched up with Stewart right there. Outside shot, no good. Rebound, Martin inside.
Something to consider, the fact that it was a 5-point game at the half, and Kwame Clark was on fire. If Kwame Clark doesn't shoot well in the second half, Zanesville may have a whole lot on its plate to deal with these Trojans.
They only have 2 points in the second half, but right there's a 3 for Southeastern in the person of Natalie Castle, shooting 35% from beyond the arc. And Larry Nash has had enough. Thank you very much. He will burn the timeout, his first, with 5:18 left to go. And the folks from South Charleston are going crazy right now.
It was a momentum timeout, Randy, that just had to stop the bleeding. And in the huddle, I'm sure that this is an issue for Larry Nash and John Tatman. Calm down. Still time to play. A lot of ball game left. Look at the screen from the All-Stater, Stephanie Stewart, and look at the swish from Natalie Castle. A lot of things that don't show up in the scorebook, Randy. Big All-State player Stewart, not above setting a good pick for her teammate.
You wanted to know? I have the information. I'll give it to you now about Molly Glass. Her sisters were Lisa. She was at Rosecrans in 91, and Carrie 91 through 93. And Molly Glass is a first cousin to the Tatmans.
No.
Yes.
It is a family affair here.
But wait, I didn't tie it all up with Southeastern yet. You've got the 3 Stewarts all on the roster. They are the daughters of the superintendent of schools at Southeastern. Then you've got the coach's daughter playing and starting for Kirk Martin and Amy Martin. Then you've got 2 board members who have daughters on the basketball team at Southeastern as well.
Talk about a family affair. With all of that noise, Randy, you ought to have Buffy and Jody referee in this ball game with Mr. French on the scoreboard clock.
You only need 6 houses, right? From outside, the shot is no good. Rebound strong inside Donaldson. She is having a career night. 18 points and now 7 rebounds. The lead at 13. What a pass inside, and the reach-in foul with 4:59. Charge to Amy Tatman, like her twin sister. She now has 3 personal fouls.
Look at Leah Donaldson get set up on that low block, and look at the pass over the top. A little bit slow dropping down, which is what a zone player must do. Tatman has to drop down to that block. She's a step slow getting there, and Leah Donaldson gets there, which is the foul line.
She's now 3 out of 5 from the stripe, but 8 out of 10 from the field. 7 rebounds from the field in this quarter. Southeastern 4 of 6, 67%. Rosecrans just 1 of 5 for 20%. She hits 1 of 2, and Stewart got hit in the face with a basketball, but Tatman hunts it down. Can Rugg get there? She does for Rosecrans with 4:54 left to go. Her team down 14. Rejected by Martin, but she got part of the arm as well, and for Amy Martin, that is her 2nd personal foul.
Amy Martin claiming that she was vertical. Let's take a look. Sorry, young lady, you were not vertical. You leaned in there and slapped away. Amy Martin, good look at the 6-foot sophomore
of that man. I asked who knew more basketball, and he said, well, right now it's a tie, but next year, Amy Martin will know more in the family. Going to the line is another Amy in Tapman. She'll have another with 4:51 left to go, a chance to cut the lead to 12. In and out, rebound pulled down strong by Donaldson. There's a surprise. Huh?
What a player. What a ninth grader.
Got 8 rebounds. She averages 5.4 per contest. We'll go back the other way.
It's only the 8th turnover, and we've played 2.5 quarters here in this final game. As for turnovers, there's only 3 on Zanesville Rosecrans, 8 on Southeastern. This is a terrific ball game in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Larry Nash now shaking up the lineup, bringing in Ashley Beckwith, another young player, 5'5", and a freshman out there for the Lady Bishops. 4.5 left to go.
Notice the double team. Notice the double team on Kwame Clark in the low right box.
Well, they've got her inside now, but they can't get her the basketball, but instead they get it outside, and it is nailed by Amy Tapman for a tray. And a timeout is taken by Southeastern with 4:21 left to go, as right now the Bishops is creeping back into this contest, down by 10 at 48-38.
That, too, was a momentum timeout by Kirk Martin and his assistants, Jim Lytle and Lori Driscoll and Laura Valerie. They just stopped the bleeding. You could sense the momentum going in favor of Rosecrans Bishops, and taking a look inside the Southeastern huddle. Let's get another look at the ball movement. The zone slow, and Amy Tapman finds the twine.
And hats off to the assistant coaches for Rosecrans as well, John Tapman and Ray Lynn and Kevin Swackhammer. And of course, Kevin is the uncle to Stephanie Curtis, who's on the roster at Rosecrans. That's just about all the current ties we have.
Have we used up all of our family references?
Well, just about, because next we can go over all the children for Coach Nash that have played for him in the past. What a scene this is at St. John Arena. Folks, if you've never been down here, check out the state championships for the girls and the boys. It is an atmosphere second to none for high school basketball. Very proud to be bringing all of you these games on Sports Channel. Remember, next weekend, all 4 state championship games for the boys as well right here. Here comes Stewart through a triple team. Stephanie, the length of the court. Nice dish off to Martin for 2.
Zanesville wanted to trap her in the backcourt. She got to the middle of the floor too quick. Zanesville's a quick team, but Stephanie Stewart showing a little bit of ability to burn as well.
Rugg off the back of the iron. The Tapmans play catch. It is launched from outside. No good by Amy. Donaldson needs help. Gets it to Stewart. Just under 4 minutes, third quarter. Touchdown, Martin all alone. Missed it. Put back up. Campbell was fouled with 3:49 left.
There's another freshman that we've been giving so much credit to Leah Donaldson. We should pay a little bit of attention to the other ninth grader who's plays big minutes for Kirk Martin, and that is Stephanie Campbell. Here you see the long lead. Amy Martin gets herself caught under the backboard a little bit too far, but look at the freshman. Stephanie Campbell on the offensive glass takes it away from Marissa Rugg, gets the ball back up. Misses the first.
Rugg with the foul, and Campbell, in fact, Bill, gave us that initial offensive burst off the bench for Southeastern when she was inserted into the lineup with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Then Donaldson kicked it into high gear and has never come back down since. The margin at 13, 51-38. You see time remaining, third quarter here on Sports Channel. Rugg. The question is, where is Kwame Clark? Finally, she has to flash out to get the basketball. Hawked by Stewart. Spins. Cannot get the bounce. It's on the floor. Nice play by Tapman. Clark gets it back. Nice shot off the glass. She loves that side, doesn't she?
She loves to shoot on the move. Kwame Clark, tougher the shot, the better her chances of making it on the move, and soft off the glass.
On the move and off the right side as well. 11-point game. Stewart posting up inside, no good. Tipped around, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Southeastern. Chalk it up to Leah Donaldson. That is her second personal foul in this game.
Good execution in the half court allows Southeastern to get a wide open shot for Stephanie Stewart. That time she goes with the right hand. Over the back goes Leah Donaldson, and Kwame Clark is the offended.
51-40, 2:57 left to go. Oop. Rugg remembered everything but the basketball. Abby Tapman from the elbow at 15, got it. Big hoop.
They're good shooters. Both Tapmans are good shooters. Amy Tapman going to OU. Abby Tatman, an all-district player. Must be some fun in the driveway at that house, man.
2:40 left. Martin, nice pump fake, but does not get enough on the shot. And the Tatman's play catch. This is Amy. And she draws the blocking foul on Natalie Castle. That is her first.
Natalie Castle just a half a step away from the baseline. You can see Tatman on the drive, crosses over. Tatman just doesn't get to the baseline. Got to pick a spot a little bit further ahead and run to it. Force her to pull up, force Tatman to pull up and shoot the jump shot.
Goodbar checks in. Martin out for Southeastern. Abby Tatman to inbound now with 2:24 left to go, third quarter. She's got it back. And Stewart is omnipresent. She's everywhere. She has that sense of where the ball is going to go after the miss. Rugg thought she got tied up there with the basketball. Instead, they call Marissa for the reach-in foul. That's her second.
Marissa just couldn't control her momentum as she came, and here you'll see the pass from Stephanie Stewart. Right in your face, and whoa, Marissa Rugg just couldn't slow down fast enough.
Another thing I like to watch, too, is the plays they hold up along the far side for Southeastern. Basic is one of the plays on the cards. The other, they must have a serial fetish because they have 3 plays that are called snap, crackle, and pop.
Oh, Amber Rice from Garraway would have been good with that play.
We are going bananas with 2:05 left to go. Front of the iron, no good by Campbell, and coming back the other way is Marissa Rugg, 5'3", and but a junior, averaging 7 per contest. Sees the opening. On the wing, Glass knocked away by Stewart. Can she keep it in bounds? Look at this along the baseline. She hunts it down. Working on Clark, puts it up, goes down, a whistle and a push with 1:46 left to go, and Rosecrans down by 9.
You might be able to get a PhD with a dissertation on exactly what Stephanie Stewart did on that last play. She saved the ball, threw it down the court, knowing that if she could win the foot race, she'd be allowed to catch the ball, essentially passing it to herself. The presence of mind, look at the foul trouble in front of you. The Tatmans with a total of 6. But what a great play by Stephanie Stewart.
Speaking of Tatmans, that time it was Amy. Abby fought for it. This is Clark with 90 seconds. Got it!
Well, you knew she'd make it. She was on the dribble. I was thinking to myself, no, get moving, Kwame, then shoot the jumper.
That's why she's not posting up. And Rosecrans creeping back to within 7. You see time remaining, third quarter. Lob inside as they try to post up Stephanie Campbell, and they call the reach-in foul with 1:11 left to go on Amy Tatman, I believe. She's got her 4th personal foul.
Amy Tatman did exactly what you're supposed to do on a lob lead to the post player. She comes from the weak side, and you'll see her come from the right side of your screen. There's the lob lead, and there you see from the right side, you see Amy Tatman, but a little bit too much wrist. We'll get a look at it from up above. She's in position. She puts the hack onto the wrist of Stephanie Campbell.
While you were gone, Campbell made the first of 2. Amy will check out. Stephanie Wilson will check in. One of 2. Clark tips it away. Comes up with the basketball. Down by 8. Kwame stops, pops. Oh, she's on fire!
You don't shoot like that without practicing. You don't shoot off the backboard like that without trying them 100 times a day, right, to find the right spot.
50 seconds left. The lead is down to 6 points. And Southeastern now will back it out. Let's see if Kirk Martin has his Lady Trojans wait for one or the best available shot. Inside, knocked away off the back of Molly Glass, and Rugg has it now.
Debbie said in the halftime that Larry Nash was concerned about his team's defensive intensity, and they have turned it up considerably in this third quarter, hence the ball game the way it is.
Abby Tatman follows her own miss for 2. The lead is down to 4. Stephanie Stewart drives over Tatman for 2. Huge hoop right there.
Big time basket, exactly when you needed it to stop the run.
Rugg from 30, front of the iron. That'll do it after 3. Southeastern by 6, 54-48. Back with the 4th quarter of the D4 Championship on Sports Channel right after this.
Continental pay-per-view blasts off in March.
Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, and Bill Paxton star in the movie event of the year, Apollo 13.
Kevin Costner searches for a mythical place called Dry Land in Waterworld.
They turned a good man bad, and Antonio Banderas does bad good in Desperado.
And Denzel Washington takes on history's most dangerous killers in Virtuosity.
Continental pay-per-view in March for one wild ride after another.
Before there was NBC's First News at 9, people in the Miami Valley had to wait until 11 p.m. to get a late local newscast. But not anymore. NBC's First News at 9 brings you a fast-paced look at today's local, national, international, and late-breaking news. Tomorrow's local weather and sports, all in 30 minutes. All at a time that's convenient to your lifestyle.
NBC's First News at 9. Primetime local news when you want it. Just another reason NBC is your hometown channel.
A 6-point game as we start the fourth and final quarter, maybe here at St. John Arena in the Division IV State Championship game for girls. And the Buckeye State is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Glad to have you on Sports Channel. Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle and Debbie Antonelli. Bill, what changed for Rosecrans in the last 90 seconds?
Defensive intensity, and they were able to make the shots that they were getting. They didn't shoot well in the first half. They only shot 34%. Their shooting percentage now is roughly the same, but it's a game of runs, Randy, and although Rosecrans was able to cut down the lead that Southeastern had, still Southeastern picked up a point on the halftime lead. They were up by 5, now they're up by 6.
This is Castle playing catch with Campbell outside. 6-point lead. The number 2 team leads the number 3 team, and they go back to the person that got them on top in the first half, Leah Donaldson, the freshman.
Good call by Kirk Martin and Stephanie Stewart to get the ball to the right person. It's exactly what they needed to do, was a simple half-court execution basket. That's what worked right then for the Trojans.
Clark stops, pops, no good. Donaldson, the last to touch it. Rosecrans gets it back.
One of the few shots Kwame Clark has missed. Make sure that you stay tuned, because we're going to have Debbie Antonelli telling a great story with the football coach of Zanesville Rosecrans, and we'll get to that as we take a look now at Amy Tatman returning to action.
And Wilson will take a seat. Amy comes back in. They'll remember with those 4 personal fouls, the only player with 4 in this contest. From outside, the 3 is nailed by Molly Glass.
5-point lead, but it feels as though the momentum has gone in favor of Zanesville.
This is Castle working on Rugg. Stewart has not attempted many from outside. She has not had to. Donaldson throws it up, and she draws the foul with 6:49 left to go in this contest. Debbie Antonelli with another interesting feature. Debbie, what's going on?
Hey, guys, I got Coach Paul Nestor, the head football coach. Kwame Clark, you see her on the basketball floor. She's multi-talented. How about being a multi-talented football player for your program?
Yes, very much so. We were surprised when she came out. She wanted to come out this year. She played probably 20% of the time at tailback and at outside linebacker. Scored 2 touchdowns, had a long run to score, set up another one. Had 12 tackles from the outside linebacker spot.
Coach, what a great athlete. Thank you. Guys, I'd like to keep the ball in her hands if I'm Rosecrans.
Yeah, just remember to dribble, Kwame. That's all you have to do. You've got to bounce it in this sport.
12 tackles as an outside linebacker. I don't want the ball in my hands if she's in the neighborhood.
Molly Glass with her 3rd personal foul. Donaldson making 1 of 2. Stewart with the rebound. No. Donaldson gets it back. Throws it up. No. Gets it back again. Yes.
Leah Donaldson, relentless on the offensive glass against players far more experienced, but players aren't as hungry.
Knocked away by Southeastern. It goes back to Rosecrans. What a contest we have had here on Sports Channel. After one, Southeastern up 22-15. They led at halftime 37-32. And by 6 points after 3, 54-48. But Rosecrans keeps coming back. This one from outside by Amy Tatman.
Amy Tatman can shoot the rock. She's got 12.
Both Tatmans with 12 apiece. Clark with 21 of this contest. Donaldson with 24. And Stewart with 12 to lead Southeastern. And there's Martin getting 2 more inside. And remember, she is a youngster, just a sophomore.
Big league play. She bumped and fell away from the bump. That's something that's a mark of an outstanding inside player. Get the contact and fall away from it. That's exactly what Amy Martin did.
Rugg for three. Not this time. Castle with the board. Stewart now hunts it down. Pressure backcourt. She sees a double team with 5:47 left to go. Touchdown too strong for Leah Donaldson.
One of the things that doesn't show up in the score sheet, Molly Glass just did it. Distracted the pass receiver to the point where she was mistiming her jump. Ball goes off the hands of Southeastern. Rosecrans has it going back the other way.
Rosecrans will burn a timeout. Their seconds. They have 2 remaining. Southeastern with 3 remaining in this contest. You know, I was talking to Kirk Martin. I said, Coach, was there a turning point really in your season? You know, it's hard to ask coaches these questions, Bill, when you're like 26-1 or 25-2. But he said, really, their loss when they went down to play Cincinnati, Wyoming, really turned it around for them. They got kicked around 55-45 by Megan McCabe. She just went inside and had a career game. That was in game number 15 of the season. From that point on, the practice play, the game play, everything has improved dramatically. That was the turning point. He says you hate to lose, but that changed things for his team.
And a little bit later today on Sports Channel, Randy, we'll get a chance to look at that Wyoming team with their All-Stater, Megan McCabe, taking on another All-State first-teamer in Erin Falk and the Upper Sandusky Lady Rams. Should be a beauty.
The other thing they learned to do inside, ball fake. That was a huge key down the stretch, they said, this season. From behind the line, there you see the attempts. Rosecrans making a living out there, trying 15 but hitting only 4. Southeastern taking but 5 and nailing 2 for 40%. 61-53, 5:45 left to go. Foul situation. Remember, in this contest, Amy Tatman, number 14 with 4 personal fouls.
And in terms of team fouls, Rosecrans got 7, Southeastern 4, so the Trojans will be shooting.
Clark tries to save, but she was out of bounds. Lady Trojans get it back. They're number 2 in the state. Rosecrans ranked number 3. Talked about Southeastern. They lost in the regional finals the last 3 years. They've won the district 8 of the last 9 years, but this would be oh so sweet this year. Stewart misses inside. Martin for 2.
That's a 1-2 punch. Sophomore Amy Martin, freshman Leah Donaldson, dominating the paint against an experienced Rosecrans team.
Rugg in and out. She has not gotten a break on any of her shots. Double team on Campbell. Knocked away. Stewart trying to hunt it down. Stays in bounds. She's constant motion. 3-on-2. Great option on the right wing to Martin for 2.
Zanesville better watch it. This one's in danger of being run away with.
Kwame Clark and Stewart with a quick hand. She is called for the reach-in foul. That is her second in this contest. Team foul number 5 on the Lady Trojans.
You get a look there. It's All-State first-teamer Stephanie Stewart. And Randy, her instincts for the game are phenomenal. There was an outlet pass that was thrown over her head just the last time down the floor. Stephanie Stewart did not watch the ball. She ran to the spot where the ball hit the ground and was able to keep the fast break going.
Amy Tatman for 2. The other thing about Stewart, watch, as a point guard, she doesn't stop. When she sees the pressure, she can always create an opening. She never finds herself trapped in a double or triple team without any options. Knocked away. Great defense by Glass to take it away for Rosecrans. This is Rugg going 1-on-2 from 14. Stops, pops, contact, no call. Rebound into the hands of Campbell.
And from the hands of Campbell to the hands of Stephanie Stewart, that's for certain.
Looks like another 32-minute contest for Stephanie. 4:12 left to go. Southeastern up by 10. The lob, telegraph, jump ball, alternating possessions. Give it to Rosecrans.
Try to work the 2-man pick and roll, but the pass was thrown a little bit too high, and Zanesville defended it very well. Kwame Clark forces Stephanie Stewart to throw it a little bit higher than she liked, and that gave Abby Tatman a chance to get in there and tie up.
Rugg for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Campbell, who's had her share inside at only 5'6".
Southeastern's girls are good jumpers. Jump up well, jump high. Hands on that point for Leah Donaldson, not all that good, but the jumping was good.
Stephanie let her know.
Here you see the bounce pass from Stephanie. You always wonder about bouncing it to the big person in the paint. That one was just a fumble off the fingers of Leah Donaldson. Hey, Randy, she's excused. She's had a heck of a game.
24 points, 11 rebounds. From way outside, counted. It's a 3 for Amy Tatman.
That one's a 3 in the NBA, the one she just let go, Randy. That's a 22-foot three-pointer she just hit.
She averages 17. She has scored 17 Timeout taken. 3:27 left to go by Southeastern after that tray, and the lead down to 7 points. Well, Southeastern, quite a team so far this season, 26-1. And you look at the balance so far, it has been incredible. The youngsters and the veterans like Stewart doing it all for Southeastern in this contest. Meanwhile, for Rosecrans, the play of the Tatmans and Clark carrying this team.
Look how far behind the line Amy Tatman was when she hit that three-pointer. She was 4, maybe 5 feet behind the three-point line, and that's a good NBA three-pointer. Good look at the Lady Chiefs of Bell Fountain. We got a chance to watch them play last night with their outstanding point guard, Molly Munns. They came up a little bit short. They ran into a buzzsaw called the Trinity Lady Trojans of Garfield Heights, Ohio. And player, Miss Basketball, Samika Randall with 32. Credit goes to the Bell Fountain Lady Chieftains, however, a fine season.
But right now, the pride of the Kenton Trace Conference on top of the team from the Central Catholic League by 7, 65-58 in the Division IV state championship game. Southeastern with a basketball to inbound. Campbell with the honors. Guess who's got it?
Stephanie Stewart. Of course, you could say Stewart with this team. There's 3 of them.
You'd have a 25% chance of being correct.
That's right.
Stephanie Campbell is another first name. You go with Stephanie, too. Down to 3:10 left to go. You see time remaining in this contest. Rosecrans with 3 titles in 8 attempts from outside, nailing it for 2. Big hoop on the play.
Fabulous execution. Showed the post on each of the low blocks. Stephanie Stewart flashes to the foul line. Southeastern executed that play almost to perfection.
She's got 14 in this contest. Clark trying to create something. Too strong. Castle with the air ball. Back the other way. Stewart, touchdown pass. She's got Campbell. Got it!
Rebounding the key. You can't run if you don't protect your defensive boards. And the defensive rebounding, outstanding by Southeastern. They've got 29 of them.
Clark in and out. And nothing but Scarlett and Gray crashing the boards. Very appropriate here at St. John Arena. And the foul is going to be a reach-in called on Rosecrans with 2:27 left to go. Chalk it up to Molly Glass. That's her 4th.
Stephanie Stewart lets it fly. And on the other end, Stephanie Campbell makes the catch, the kiss, and the twine.
Well, 2:27 left to go. It's getting too dramatic for Rosecrans. They'll burn a timeout, down by 11. We talked about Stephanie Stewart, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists so far in this contest to lead the Lady Trojans.
That is why she is an all-stater. She'll be back. Julie Foster will be back. The big girls inside, 6-foot freshman Leah Donaldson, 6-foot sophomore Amy Martin will be back. And Stephanie Campbell, who plays all over the floor, will be back for Kirk Martin as well.
And just a reminder, this game is brought to you in part by North Coast Basketball Camps. The camp designed for girls by girls basketball coaches. 2:27 left to go. It has been all Southeastern up by 11, 69-58. And even after a huddle, Stephanie Stewart comes out to the free throw line and wants another huddle with her team right now.
And I'm sure she just said, make sure I get the basketball, friends, and we will be fine all the way home tonight. Get the ball in her hands. She has the maturity and she has the court sense to be able to use the clock now to her advantage. There's a lot of work cut out for Zanesville Rosecrans, and as long as Southeastern can get the ball in the hands of Stephanie Stewart, they're going to be just fine this last 2.5 minutes.
But with a guy like 54-year-old Larry Nash on the bench for Rosecrans, don't count anything out for the team from Zanesville right now. Number 12, Stephanie Campbell, the 5'6" freshman, going to the line, nailing it. It just is mind-boggling. I could barely walk when I was a freshman, and now we've got girls out here scoring in double digits and rebounding, Bill, in double digits as well.
And you've got girls playing as 9th graders better than a lot of people played as 12th graders when there was no girls basketball. These girls are playing the game.
The quality is outstanding. Campbell now with a dozen points. Clark, triple team. Stewart trying to take it away. Rugg for 3. Nope. Rebound, Castle.
They can't trap her.
Again,
Stephanie Stewart is too quick. They can't trap her.
I told you, constant motion, then she finds the correct option. That time it's taken away. Great play defensively by Amy Tatman. She will stop and pop and nail it.
Amy Tatman is going to be a fine player in Athens for Ohio University. She too can pull up off the dribble.
Remember, Rosecrans only has one timeout, so they're going to have to pressure the basketball at every opportunity. Down by 11 with that much time remaining in this contest. And right now, if you're Southeastern, I believe, Bill, you have to say to yourself, we have enough points scored to win this contest.
Certainly do. Now you make the clock your sixth man, and it's Stephanie Stewart making sure that happens.
She'll be tired, but if things go well, she'll be happy. And Clark nearly called for the intentional as she reached out and grabbed the jersey with 1:23 left to go. Kwame will pick up her second.
This will be an interesting emotional check. You take a look at the way that Southeastern is able to control it. Kwame Clark has to do something to get the ball back, so she commits her second personal foul. Interesting emotional check at this point, Randy, and that is you've got one of your freshmen, Stephanie Campbell, 9th grader, minute 23 from a state title. How calm is she at the line? Pretty doggone calm, I would say.
Molly Glass checks in. Ashley Beckwith will check out. The lead up to 12 as you look at the Rosecrans team. Projection beginning to set in to this squad with such high expectations. But remember, only one team can climb all the way to the crest of the hill. And perhaps it'll be Southeastern up by 14 points with 1:17 left to go. The clock was still running. Also, I believe the score is incorrect on the scoreboard. Abby Tatman picks up a foul. There's her fourth.
Leah Donaldson has 24 points. One more time, and then we'll let this freshman thing go, Randy. As a 9th grader, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 10 out of 13 from the floor. Right now, 4 out of 8 from the line. Make it 5 out of 9. Leah Donaldson, one of our keys to the game, make sure you watch the kids. We've been able to watch these kids. Leah Donaldson's put on quite a show.
And we still have a disagreement of 1 point between the small scoreboards and the large. The small monitors read 75-60. The large one reads 74-60. Rebound pulled down after the miss by Stephanie Campbell to Stewart. Back to Campbell. The last minutes of the Division IV state championship game. This is Stewart. He's got it back. And she's finally stopped. It's the first time I've seen that all day. And the push by Kwame Clark with that much time remaining, 46.8 on the clock.
We said in the keys to the game that you had to watch the quickness of Rosecrans. I think that was something that Southeastern has done very, very well. And you know how they've countered the quickness of Zanesville Rosecrans? They countered it by being quicker. That's how. Leah Donaldson, what a debut here on the floor at St. John.
Amy Martin will have another from the line. As you look on into the eyes of Stephanie Campbell, unlimited potential, just a freshman. And here's a young lady, just a sophomore, that will get better with each passing year. Already a great basketball player. It is launched from way outside for 3. No good by Glass. The rebound shot spins and goes out for Abby Tatman. A whistle and a foul with 34.9 on the clock.
We'll get a chance to pay just due to Kwame Clark as she goes to the free throw line, Randy. Co-player of the year in Division IV with Carla Wenslick of Ottoville. 25 points and 11 rebounds in the semifinal win. East District Player of the Year. Kwame Clark will be saying so long to Zanesville Rosecrans, but I got a feeling that the world of sports will not be saying so long to Kwame Clark in any way.
Could she play college football?
I don't think so, but she sure can play college basketball.
34.9 left to go in this contest. Rosecrans refuses to give up. They're going to call the walk that time on Stephanie Campbell. This is Tatman. From way outside, no good. Rebound hunted down by Stephanie Campbell. Will have a jump ball. And Southeastern will get it. Inside. This is Campbell. 22 seconds left. All alone up court. Castle takes her time. Got it.
It's a lot of points. 77 for Southeastern.
Tapman will put it up. And Amy had that one partially blocked, and Rosecrans will get it back, but it's academic, and now Southeastern clearing the bench. Tiffany Stewart coming in. Look at the way they come out onto the court. It's like a fire drill. Emily Stewart is in. Corey Hines checks into the contest. Amanda Daniels is in. And Courtney Black. What a moment for this small community 8 miles south of Springfield called South Charleston, Ohio in Clark County. From outside, Clark, nope, not this time. Knocked away by Young, who's into the contest now. Katie up to Kwame Clark, and that'll do it. Southeastern, your state champion in Division 4. What a performance. They never let down, consistent throughout. And Southeastern will take the prize for the small schools in the Buckeye State. The emotion begins for both teams. We'll recap the moments. We'll be back for the presentation of trophies right after this here on Sports Channel. Stay tuned.
Don't miss your opportunity to order the Cleveland Indians American League Championship plaque that immortalizes the first championship season in 41 years. Capture the magic of the season we won't forget. Order your authentic, limited edition American League Championship plaque today. Officially licensed by Major League Baseball and the Major League Players Association. This rich walnut finish plaque includes the 95 Indians team picture with roster and regular season and playoff records. This valuable collectible is ideal for your home or office and makes a great gift for any Tribe fan. The 1995 American League Championship Cleveland Indians plaque is yours for only $49.95.
To order, call 1-800-999-1627. Have your MasterCard or Visa ready. Operators are standing by to take your order. Call 1-800-999-1627 or send $49.95 check or money order to American Licensed Products to the address on your screen. Order now.
For more than a decade, North Coast basketball camps have been helping girls improve their basketball skills. North Coast offers a variety of day and evening summer camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The goal of the camps is to provide individualized instruction and intense competition to help players realize their full potential. Each camp is designed by girls coaches with a combined 60 years of girls basketball coaching experience. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
I'm Katie Smith, and I play basketball for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Being a student athlete gives me the opportunity to get a quality education and pursue my love for basketball. Not everyone can be an athlete, but everyone can take pride in themselves and try to do their best. But you can't be your best if you do drugs. Score big in your life, work hard, and keep a clean body and mind, a drug-free mind. Just say no to drugs.
This message has been brought to you by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and your local cable system.
And the Ohio Lottery is proud to support the state championship basketball tournament. All lottery profits benefit Ohio schools. Southeastern, your state champ in Division 4 by that final count. Randy Reinhardt and Bill Needle and Debbie Antonelli on Sports Channel. What a day of basketball it's been. We're only half done. And what a performance, Bill, by Southeastern. They never backed down. The freshmen were the key in this contest, along with the play of junior Stephanie Stewart.
Randy, Southeastern beat Zanesville just about every way you could beat them. They shot better, 56% to 33. They out-rebounded Zanesville Rosecrans by a dozen. They outshot them at the foul line. They beat them just about every way you could. It was an impressive performance by Kirk Martin's Trojans.
And right now the awards presentation is going on. We join PA announcer Wendy Craver.
Katie Young. Starting guard, Marissa Rugg. Starting forward, Molly Glass. Starting forward, Abby Tatman. Starting guard, Amy Tatman. And the starting center, Kwame Clark. The assistant coach for Rosecrans, John Tatman. And the head coach, Larry Nash. The other assistants for Rosecrans, Kevin Schwackhammer and Ray Lynn. Dr. Deborah Moore, Assistant Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, will now present the 1996 State Division IV Runner-Up Trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I present this award, let's show your appreciation for the outstanding play from both of these fine schools. Coach Nash and the excellent athletes from Bishop Rosecrans High School, look up there, face your crowd, see how proud they are of everything that you've accomplished. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that this is a school that is rich in basketball history. In the Rosecrans Trophy case, they have 3 state championship trophies and 2 runners-up. This is an excellent squad, ladies, and I know you're proud of everything that they've accomplished this season. And Coach Nash, your athletes have certainly distinguished themselves and represented your community, your school, but more importantly, themselves very, very well. And it's a privilege for me to present to Rosecrans High School the 1996 Division IV Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations.
And now they get ready to honor the Queen of the Hill.
And now we honor the team from Southeastern High School as the 1996 Division IV State Championship team. As your name is announced, please come forward to receive an individual award. Number 15, Leah Donaldson. Tiffany Stewart. Courtney Black. Emily Stewart. Amanda Daniels. Corey Hines. Stephanie Campbell. Starting forward, Natalie Castle. Starting forward, Jerry Ann Goodbar. Starting center, Amy Martin. Starting guard, Joey Foster. And starting guard, Stephanie Stewart. The manager for Southeastern, Jessica Festa. And the assistant coach, Jim Lytle. And the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Kurt Martin. And our assistants for Southeastern, Laura Valerie and Lori Driscoll. Again, Dr. Deborah Moore will now present the 1996 Division IV State Championship Trophy in Zanesville.
great to get here and be in the Final Four, but we want to win, and ladies, you did that this afternoon. And now I consider it a privilege on behalf of all of our member schools, our commissioner, and our board to present to Southeastern High School from South Charleston the Division IV Championship Trophy. Congratulations.
So, Bill, I guess when you're number 2, you try harder. Brookhaven was ranked 2nd in the state in Division I. They were the state champions. Southeastern, ranked number 2 in the state in Division IV. They win the title game by 15 over Rosecrans.
Kind of makes you wonder who the second-rated teams are in Divisions 3 and 2 when you get down to it, Randy.
What a performance by Southeastern. Party time in Clark County. They are the champs by 15 over Rosecrans. We will wrap it up in just a moment from St. John Arena. What a contest in Division IV. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
Before there was MVC's First News at 9, people in the Miami Valley had to wait until 11 p.m. to get a late local newscast. But not anymore. NBC's First News at 9 brings you a fast-paced look at today's local, national, international, and late-breaking news. Tomorrow's local weather and sports, all in 30 minutes. All at a time that's convenient to your lifestyle.
NBC's First News at 9, primetime local news when you want it. Just another reason NBC is your hometown channel.
You have a child, you answer questions. That's your job. What's the moon made of? And what will happen if my belly button comes undone? Insatiable curiosity. Where do they come up with some of this stuff? And more importantly, where in the world do you come up with the answers? Kids programming on Continental Cablevision shows you'll feel good about letting your children watch. Because for you, television is no babysitter. It's a teacher. Continental Cablevision. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. Southeastern over Rosecrans by 15. They finally got it worked out, I think. 77-62, the final count. Nevertheless, what a performance by this team. And Bill, was there a turning point in this contest at all?
I think there was. I think when Southeastern was able to get the ball inside and assert its height and assert its inside game against Zanesville Rosecrans, that's when the game started to slip away from the Bishops. They were able to get the ball to Amy Martin, were the Trojans. They were able to get the ball to Leah Donaldson, who had a good first half, but in the second half, it was a 1-2 punch on either side of the key from Leah Donaldson or Amy Martin. That was the difference, and you cannot eliminate the contribution of Stephanie Stewart, who had the ball in her hands almost the whole game, rarely turned it over, and delivered it to the people at the time that they needed to get the basketball.
And I almost go back to the 5:58 mark of the first quarter when Campbell and Donaldson were inserted into the contest for the first time. That's when things really moved up a notch, I thought, in this contest for Southeastern. Time now to look at the final team stats for this contest in Division IV. There are the numbers, and not bad percentages at all for Southeastern. Look at that from the field.
Not at all. 30 out of 54, 25 points for Leah Donaldson there. They beat them just about everywhere you could beat them. Take a look at the rebounding. The turnovers, Rosecrans didn't turn the ball over at all. 4 turnovers, an unusually low amount of turnovers for a team that ended up losing by 15 points.
All right, so the final count is 77-62. Time now to look at the leading scores in this contest for each team. First of all, for Rosecrans, Clark with 23. What a performance, and the Tapman twins outstanding. They combined, Bill, for 31 points.
That's the veterans, but take a look at the young ones. That's 25 points from a 9th grader in Leah Donaldson. First team All-Stater Stephanie Stewart. Amy Martin's a 10th grader with 14, and Stephanie Campbell's a 9th grader. Take a look at the underclass. 53 points from 2 freshmen and from a sophomore.
And they will all be back next season for Southeastern. Can they be any better than this? We'll find out. They have been outstanding all season. You go back to that loss to Wyoming. Again, it's hard to pinpoint one particular time, but Coach Martin said, you know, that loss turned things around. We were more focused after that. We played harder. We played better inside, and that was one of the keys you touched on in this contest.
I think that the big girls help each other out. Amy Martin's presence made Leah Donaldson better offensively. Leah Donaldson's offense allowed Amy Martin to establish herself. It is a wonderful situation to be in when you're Kirk Martin. Have yourself a state championship team and still look forward to having 4 of the 5 starters back.
He's smiling right now. I can see him right here. He's talking to Debbie Antonelli. Let's go to those two right now. Debbie, take it away.
Hey, Randy, thank you. Got a very happy head coach here, Kirk Martin. Coach, your team really showed a lot of confidence down the stretch, avoided that big run by Rosecrans.
Well, you know, when you're as young as we are, I was a little concerned how things would start out, and they started out shaky. The one thing game plan-wise was we can't let Rosecrans get off to a big lead. It happened. We put our freshmen in, and we seemed to settle down a little bit, and we played wonderful offensive basketball today.
How about those freshmen? You got an awful lot of young players. 6 freshmen that are going to be back next year.
Right, you putting some pressure on me already, are you?
Yeah, how about next year? What do you think?
Yeah, forget about next year. We're just real happy, and we got some young people that can play, and we know that, and we thought this was a year early for us. And, you know, you just don't know about high school girls. You don't know how about high school boys. They just stepped up, and they played wonderfully for us.
Well, congratulations. You guys have a very happy head coach here. Congratulations.
Well, no pressure, but I'm putting him preseason #1. How about you, Bill?
I think I'll let Kirk Martin enjoy this just a little bit, Randy. Preseason #1, that's next October. Let's let those Trojans of Southeastern enjoy it while they still can.
They were #2 this season at the end, but they wind up /1 in the postseason, getting the crown over Rosecrans by 15. Our final score one more time at St. John Arena, Southeastern over Rosecrans by a final count of 77-62. What a celebration it was. It started with 5 seconds left to go when the subs came into this contest for Southeastern. They took control on the floor, and it's been a party ever since. The ladies in scarlet and gray. They're 27-1 on the season. They were #2. Now they're Queen of the Hill. And as we touched on, 6 freshmen on the roster, a young team. Look for them to be back for many years to come. Don't forget, coming up will be the Division II state championship game, Trinity and Bath right here. The preceding is an exclusive presentation of Sports Channel Ohio in association with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So long, everybody, from St. John Arena.
Words staying focused being used by many coaches today. Let me say to you, it's absolutely essential that you stay focused on your classroom work. With proficiency testing required for graduation and OHSAA academic requirements, nothing less by you is acceptable. By focusing in the classroom with the same effort as on the playing field, you are increasing your chances for success in life.
There's a drive to deep left field. Way back. And gone. Line to center field. Back to Desmond. To the warning track to the wall. It's gone. A grand slam home run. The magic continues. The Indians win.
HL action at its hard-hitting best. Follow the tailwind of your Cincinnati Cyclones as they square off against some tough competition. Knights, Jacks, Grizzlies, Vipers, and many more. Watch the Cyclones whip through Fort Wayne on Sunday, April 14th at 6 p.m. The Cyclones all season long on Sports Channel.
I'm Katie Smith, and I play basketball for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Being a student athlete gives me the opportunity to get a quality education and pursue my love for basketball. Not everyone can be an athlete, but everyone can take pride in themselves and try to do their best. But you can't be your best if you do drugs. Score big in your life, work hard, and keep a clean body and mind, a drug-free mind. Just say no to drugs.
This message has been brought to you by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and your local cable system.